Hello. Happy Sundays 11:11 on the couch.
Yep.
And welcome. Good to see you. I already started one question.
Good job.
I know. I'm on it.
You're one ahead of me.
Right. So good to see you, Lisa.
Good to see you. It's always good to see you, Debbie.
And hang out and chit chat and check in.
Check in with everybody, right? The tribe.
The tribe.
Hi, tribe.
And but as everybody's starting to pop in here, what's on my mind is just Florida, and now Mexico is going to be hit with the category 4. And these storms are getting powerful.
It's like they're gaining strength and they're splitting off and developing into something else here and there.
Like a monster.
Yeah.
So in our hearts and prayers and whatever we can do to help. I think it's a shocker because people didn't expect such loss of life.
Yeah. True.
And so that's so awful. Not only loss of life, but literally. I mean, Sanibel. I didn't bring I have a Sanibel cup because that's where I was in April with the family. So,
people and animals and property and resources.
Everything in one day. Yeah. In a moment in time. Hi, Karen. Karen, hello. Starseed Awakening 11:11.
Yes.
Beautiful lady.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I just had an idea. Karen, you want to come on? Hang out with us. Wouldn't that be fun?
Spontaneity, yay!
Spontaneity.
I'm all about it.
I'm spontaneous, Karen.
Karen, come on.
It's my day off. I'm in my bathrobe and drinking my coffee.
And we do a variety of readings, Karen. So
it's a variety. It's personal too. So
not just political.
It's not, yeah.
I know your guides are like,
Hi, Debsy.
Oh, there's somebody that's new too. I missed the name. You see that?
All right. I knew she was in her jammies. All right.
Well, in her jammies.
I'll send you the link and you come whenever you can.
Yeah.
All right.
You have somebody that said they're new here. So new person, welcome.
Welcome.
And
welcome.
Missed the name.
All right. And it is sent. Okay. A lot happening in the world. And MJ's like, and we are all in our jammies drinking coffee.
It might be friend of Katrine. I think that might be the new name. Hi.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
Everybody who's new, welcome.
I want to see something here. Let me see. Because I feel like I'm... Oh, there's another one.
Got it.
Okay. My channel. Okay, you guys. I'm literally like 30 people away from hitting that 8,000. Let's do that today. Right?
Is it a telethon? Are we doing this? The phones are hot. Hold on.
The phones are hot.
The callers are waiting. Phone it in, guys.
Subscribing to this channel is free. Like, you just subscribe. That just means
even
it's kind of like you're following. You're
passing through like a drive-through. Just be like, hey, she looks precious. Click. Going.
Right. You don't ever have to really even watch. You just
not even
click. And I'm going to borrow Lisa's little thing too. If you see, now let's see if I get this right.
Okay.
If you, after the video goes up later, if you comment, if you make a comment of, and in that comment say, like, I would love a reading. When I hit that 8,000 mark, I will do the lottery thing and do a free 30-minute reading.
That's nice. See, that's a twist off of mine. Then I actually got my idea off of J-Rock, who suggested it in mine, because I was doing it after every one. But you're meeting a goal here.
Yeah, I'm meeting a goal.
That's awesome.
So every time I hit 1,000, I will do that free 30-minute reading.
Make us comment. Think about what you're going to say, guys. It can be an emoji.
So not in here. Please comment in here and be part of the chat, but it has to be afterwards.
It can be an emoji. It can be a comment. It could be you all talking to each other. I actually encouraged that. I was like, guys, let's make this ridiculous. You all can talk to each other in there.
That's true, right? So apparently, yeah. So Apple, after the show and after the show airs or whatever it does on YouTube, that's when you go in and put comments after the live. And apparently that really helps the algorithm.
Yes. Algorithm, yes.
I'm a little late to that show because I'm just like, do.
It completely helps. If you got a video that got 100 views and 100 comments compared to one that got 100 views and 1 comment, the one with the most comments helps your algorithm. It gives you more exposure. It gives you more of a lead in off of other videos and stuff like that. So that's what we're talking about.
Who knew? Who knew?
Right.
But there you go. So thank you for commenting after. Comment now because we're hanging out together. And
right now. Yeah, don't hold your breath now and then save it for later.
Right.
We love the interaction. Who doesn't want a reading from Debbie? We love Debbie.
Oh, Kayanat says that it makes the video more available in other places.
That's right. Exactly.
Who knew? Here we go. Another thing I found out, because there's a place where you can find your videos and like who hits on your channel the most, and support, I guess. And I get literally the most hits from people who are searching for the Freebird song.
The Freebird song, really?
Yes, Leonard Skinner's Freebird song. And so I get a lot of hits from that. So that's cool.
That is cool.
Go figure. My name's helping me out.
That's good.
Yeah. So cool. Anyway, but other than that, everything's good. Over here, how about you, Lisa? Right, Grace and Harmony?
I'm doing well over here. I'm all right. Feeling good. Happy. I'm really all up in the YouTube-y stuff. I'm really enjoying getting back in touch with our tribe, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to go on today too at 5 Eastern.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be a very casual hangout session. But it went on last night. It was so much fun, and I, like the algorithm thing that Debbie's talking about. I did that yesterday, and I've got over 100 comments, and that never happens. So thank you.
Yay, you guys.
Thank you, everybody, for doing that. Yeah.
Make sure that you go to Lisa's channel and subscribe as well and start commenting on her. Even if it's just emojis, like you said.
Just emojis. I don't mind. I always look at the comments.
Susan said that was fun. All right, so let's dive in today. If you're new here, Just go ahead and throw on your prayer requests, and we'll star them for the end. And any questions. So this is current topics as well as personal, ET. Okay, so because we throw the dice. So personal, politics, current, ET, cultural, and current. And I think I got them all. But yeah, go ahead and throw those questions in, because we're going to start rolling the dice.
And I'm just going to star them all. And then as topics come up on the dice, and Debbie will be able to pull them from whatever is starred. So whatever you all think of in those categories, put them in.
Oh, there's some. All right, here we go. Rolling dice. Whoa. Okay. We're starting out right away with personal or ET. So that's when you get on there and go, which one do you want? Which one should we read on? Personal or an ET? So go ahead and throw that up as well. And I'll look at the starred one, see what we got going on. I don't know we have any.
All right. Lawyer said
personal. So we need is there any? I don't see any personal questions.
I started some stuff recently. So.
Oh, you did? Okay. So there are some recent personal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have one right here. We got one.
Now, guys, hold off on the questions right now, because now we're going to be looking.
We're going to start looking down.
So hold on.
Okay. Kainat Bakari. Did I say that right? I love that. Beautiful. Okay. I'm watching my channel here, and I'm hoping that that number starts to change for me. I want to see that number too.
I know. I'm looking.
Right.
Too.
Okay. I want to see that number change. I'm going to go to studio. There it is.
You're just 30 away, less than 30 away.
Less than 30 away, and I'm sitting here watching it. So let's get it up.
The phones are ringing.
Phones are ringing. Okay. Oh, I already wrote. So we're going to read.
Okay.
How is Shav? Does Shav female? Love her a lot. Okay. All right. Shav.
Well, I must use this deck then.
Okay. Shav. She's very, very kind. She's an empath. I feel like she's an empath, if she knows it or not, but she's empathic. So she really is aware of others' feelings. But that's not what you're asking about. Let's read. How does she feel about you? Well, she's just so kind and tenderhearted towards everyone. You know what I mean? What a beautiful soul. Okay. Oh, here's my cards.
I love that you are picking up on that. I was actually feeling I have cards that represent what you were saying for sure. But I'm also feeling like if it's not already established, but it's going to be, I think there's a really strong base friendship with the two.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can be built upon. And there's dare I say, it might be a situation where it's either one of you is concerned about making that extra step because that friendship is potentially so strong. Don't want to mess that up. I think that's the hesitation. And maybe that's why you're asking the question. There might be a little bit of something to have to push through.
We have a special bond, but
yeah.
lost contact lately. We've been invited to a big event next week, but I haven't heard from her yet. We haven't spoken about feelings yet.
Okay.
And that's that karmic bond that you have. Karen, E.T., you're a little late.
Karen walked the dogs and came back and typed ET.
A little behind. Okay. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's still kind of up in the air, and because of the free will thing. But the beautiful thing here is you do have that beautiful connection, and that strong, stable. And I know you haven't talked to her in a few weeks, but it's, that that doesn't deter. Like she may be the type of person that isn't like texting and talking all the time, but it doesn't mean that she's not thinking of you or whatever. But I feel like there's a plan in place here. But again, they're kind of withholding the choice there, as far as going forward as a couple. Just continue to be committed to the friendship, no matter what it is going to turn out on the other side of it, because it's such a beautiful friendship, right? So nurture that. And if something comes out of it, it'll be beautiful. This says always lead with love, even toward yourself. And then you have the ring there, and that's that karmic connection. So I don't have any, in the energy right now, I don't have any like love cards. I feel like there's a little bit of holding back on that right now, but you do have the sun in the future. So,
oh my gosh, I got the sun too.
Okay. Yeah. So I do feel that there's a beautiful connection here, just a beautiful connection moving forward, and possibilities. There's possibilities here, a rebirth of something. But this is a possibility down the road. I have the Two of Cups, Judgment, and the Knight of Cups. And that talks about possibly stepping into that love in the future. But what I'm hearing here is let it play out naturally. Just be committed to the friendship. It's such a beautiful, beautiful connection that you could have in this beautiful friendship. And then let it play out naturally.
Love that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, I am. I got the sun. When you were talking about her being nurturing and caring and stuff like that, I got the Empress, and I got the Ten of Materials, which is the equivalent of the Ten of Pentacles. So this is someone that's just genuinely sweet and very caring. And that's part of the attraction, right? This is a catch.
She's
yeah.
You both are.
Oh, absolutely. And then I got the Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of Materials, all this great feminine energy here, and coming from both directions on this as well.
Yeah.
But this is the card that I think encompasses the hesitation. I got the Seven of Inspiration, which is like the Seven of Wands.
Okay. Yeah. So
there's something to push through here and to work out. It's definitely something worth pursuing, I think. I mean, I think it's sweet. I think there's really something sweet about this. It makes you just kind of feel all warm and fuzzy. So hang in there. And this is definitely somebody that needs to be a part of your world. Somehow, some way.
Okay.
But hang in there. And I don't know what this is, but
I just blocked her.
all right.
Yeah.
But no,
Chicken McFry.
it's funny.
All right. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let it play out naturally. Hugs to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we're going to roll the dice again. See what we get here. Okay, I got one more subscriber.
Yes, the phones are hopping. One phone hopped. Let's get some more phones hopping.
One more up.
Thank you for the one that did it. Thank you.
All right. So I have ET and culture.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Kainat Bukhari. Love that.
Yeah, I love it too. Okay. Thank you, Lisa Foster. Okay. So I'm going to look here, and whoever says ET or cultural first. All right.
I see culture, I think.
Okay. First. Let's see if I can find a culture one.
While you are finding that, my person is sending me a text. I will be back in maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back, guys.
Okay, so I see a lot of personal. I don't see a culture one really, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with this one just because I don't see one. And so if anybody has cultural questions, go ahead and throw them in so we can put them in. Oh, and ET questions, because there's no ET questions, and I didn't see any ET questions. Okay. All right, Merida. Oh, there's a cultural question. Okay. Thank you, Chris. We have a cultural question. But go ahead and put all right. Go ahead and put in ET question. Go ahead and put all the questions in so then we can just scroll through and find. All right.
All right. Culture question. When will social media be held accountable for negatively influencing children?
Yeah, it's like they're building an I just see, how they brainwash and build an army,
right,
towards what they want, because they can influence through. Who's doing that though? But anyways, that's what's happening, and so they can go like this with society, with just okay. So, but let's take a look. What's the story behind it?
I mean, right off before throwing the cards. I mean, I'm with you on that, and the first thing that comes to mind with me is money.
But also like how they want to continue to control,
manipulation, money.
I feel like it's deteriorating families, but a little at a time. I think this is a hard problem. However, I do feel it's like you just have to get on board with it, right? So you see this negative negative stuff influencing the children. So then we need to bring in positive in the same venue. So let's say we're talking about Instagram or TikTok, okay? And so whatever sound bites are being used against the kids to negatively influence them, we need to override that with positive influence. Get in there with what kids spark kids emotions. And one of those things currently, and to distract them from the negative influence and brainwashing, is Mother Earth and the climate stuff. So we need to start bombarding on this side of TikTok and all those, and influence them with positive stuff, like getting involved in saving planet Earth, right? And in doing so, we can kind of cover, kind of overshadow the slippery slope of the snake coming in on the other side. So it's like stepping in and embracing them through this other positive stuff, because it is deteriorating. It's nipping away at them in the homes. So that is what I'm hearing to do. So we just need to somehow, whoever can do that and whoever is involved in social media and being able to get those sound bites out, to come at it, go with the resistance and step in the arena with sound bites of climate change and positive, and how to be involved with that kind of thing, and empowering the kids that way. That's what I'm hearing and getting.
I love that you got that angle of it, because all of my cards indicated the reasoning behind why they do it.
Oh,
and I'm not even really getting an answer as to when it's going to stop. But I guess typically, historically, if you think of it, that generation, whatever time period it is, that segment of the population, the youth, that's like the pulse of what's going on, right? There's such an attraction to drawing them in. I got lasso, and I got key, and I also got.
That's exactly, that backed up my reading, the lasso and the key.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got stereo. You're talking about those sound bites, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did get stereo.
Be louder. Mm-hmm. Be louder.
I did mention something about money. I did get gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just commercially and with popularity, that's really kind of the generation that people that's the target, right?
Mm-hmm.
Magnet. I got that. But I got cauldron, and I think that's the very thing that's going on. It's creating a hotbed of concern, and it's creating a tornado, and it's not helping. And wouldn't that be great? I think that maybe with all the other things that are going on right now, it is going to cause that to flip a little bit, to where, why can't you attract them with the good stuff? Like you said, why does it have to be I actually used this deck because I know Angsty Teen was in there, and I thought maybe that was going to pop up, but it didn't. So I think that means something just because it didn't. So that means there's potential to actually use that magnet to do more of a positive draw on things. And I think the next generation is going to surprise everybody, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes we have a tendency to see them as not being independent thinkers. I mean, it happened when we were that age, right? So it's just kind of what happens. But I think this next group, it's a different kind of group. So I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised at how many people are not on board with this stuff. It's just that maybe social media is making those individuals popular. There's so many that don't buy into the garbage. We don't hear about those kids,
Right.
So But that's what I've got.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you for that question. Fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 20 away. All right. Here we go. I'm going to roll the dice. Thank you, Chris.
Roll the dice.
Thank you, Chris. Okay. Okay. So, a place or a current, just a current topic?
Place or current topic?
You watch for the first one to come up, and I will.
Current is what just came up.
Okay, current.
Tina said current.
All right, so we'll take that first one. Is that a current? I guess, is that, yeah, that's a current topic. That's not political.
All right. And I'm going to see if anybody pops anything else in the.
Okay, MJ. Hello. In some states, a convicted felon who completed their sentence cannot vote. Yet, per Constitution, this individual can run for president. Oh my God, MJ. Oh, that is like, okay. Yeah, and that's why that one lady went back to prison for, was it 5 years they spit on her to go because she voted?
For accidentally voting in the wrong, or voting twice, or what
voting
was it?
twice, but she also was on, she was on parole, and apparently you can't, I don't know. It was horrific. Unfreaking. That happens to her, but yet we see a billion things that the former guy has done. Anyway,
well, you know,
we all started, but yeah. So will this change? Will these things change? Yes, I want to say yes, MJ. There's several things that will be looked at in regards to the what, as far as running for president, you're going to need a lot more. Also, not only for president, but for Senate and for all those spots as well.
Yeah, I'm back to me throwing the precedence word out there again. There have been so many things that have happened recently that have set a precedence to really look back at all this antiquated stuff, you know?
It's all coming out.
Even like with the electoral college thing, you know, like, do we need that? Like, it's outdated but anyway, let's see what these cards are saying.
Yeah, Chris. She inquired if she could vote. And they said that she could. And she did. And then they threw her in jail. Horrifying. Oh, shoot.
Well, I got one card that's kind of exciting.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay.
I'll go ahead
first. Okay. Yeah.
I got two cards that are yes cards for me. 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. So I'm taking both of those as a yes on this question. I think that it is going to be changed. But I did get the 10 of Swords, and I got the World. And with these together, it makes me feel like there's still going to be some more obstacles to get this done. It's not going to happen like today, that kind of a thing. I got the Star. I think there's a lot of light on a lot of these different things. I think as different cases come up, as different, social media, it's got its ups, it's got its downs, but you can definitely tell through, all these different podcasts, newscasts, comments, whatever, there's concern that this is a lot of outdated stuff, and things are still uneven. There's no equality. Debbie and I run out and do what 45 has done. You all would never see us again.
No, it would be done and done.
It would be a done deal. But I got the Emperor and I got the Death card. So this was the interesting too. I was thinking, I see this as the end of one thing and the beginning of something else.
Yeah, absolutely. The end of the old.
Yeah.
Ways.
So moving forward, something is coming. Yeah.
Yep. And again, this is talking about stepping on to that new path. And it together we can, talking about making this switch. They are seeing the light. They're seeing the problems with this, and it's spurring them on. I do also have a little bit of a challenge in the way, but they will get there. And through lots of communication and continuing to intentionally bring it out, and stepping into that new narrative. So
nice. Hello, everybody who just showed up. Hi.
And if you're wondering what cards I'm using the cards that I made. It's all about commercials today.
Hey, whatever.
I'm telling you guys, sorry. Has to be done. So I was encouraged to get these again, and they are, I at least need to recoup what I put into it. That's why it took so long. I paused because it's a little bit of an investment, guys. So I'll just keep that going down there for a while.
The numbers are in. You got less than 20. Less than 20.
Less than 20.
Counting down. Less than 20.
Mine still says 20. Meredith thinks we should push this at the end of the show, so we'll wait.
Okay.
Every once in a while, we'll just shout out the number. How's that? We won't go cray on it. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna.
You're rolling the.
Oh yeah, roll the dice. I'm looking at the questions. I'm like, what am I looking for? Okay, rolling the dice, guys. Here we go. Okay. ET or current? ET or current?
Tony said, Lisa, when you pick up the phone, I think of your handyman. I'll be right down.
Okay, current. Okay. There she is.
Hi, Sharon.
Look who's here.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome. How fun. This is old times, guys. This is old times.
Right?
The band's back together. Aw.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about you guys this morning because I had the weirdest dream. And I was like, man, I need to call these guys and tell them all about it. And then it was weird. So I'm glad you guys invited me in.
Awesome.
Are you going to tell us the dream, or is it?
I know. That's a cliffhanger. Share.
It's really weird. So I have this. I have this really weird, oh, let me get this all situated. I have this really weird reoccurring dream that I move into this property or this house. And in the way back, there's like this caged area. And like the one time I had it, it was just chickens and all types of geese and birds. And I neglected those guys. And it's like, it's not my problem because this was already here. You know, it's really weird. It's like they left it. I shouldn't have to take care of these animals, which is so unlike me.
Right.
So I really like, I don't want to deal with that. But then I start feeling really guilty and really bad because I'm letting these things die.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back in and I start cleaning up all the poop and cleaning everything up. And like I'm trying, but I've got so much on my plate that I forget to go feed these guys. But last night it was different because not only was it birds and different types of birds, and I was trying to collect the egg. Well, I started to go out and collect the eggs, but this time it was like orangutans and monkeys in there. And it was like they were the best way I could, you know, what I remember in my dream going, oh my gosh, they haven't eaten and they've got rickets. And it was like, I literally was when I woke up, I was walking away going, well, maybe I should call a zoo to ask them to pick them up because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these things.
I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff with that dream.
Oh, me too. Mm-hmm.
Give it to me. Because I was like, well, no, I'm curious what you guys are going to say.
First, I want to say happy birthday to Mark.
Yes, happy birthday, Mark.
Big birthday yesterday. Your present's in the mail.
Nice.
Anyway, okay. Do you want to dive in first, Lise?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just really made me feel like even if it's not so, especially since you said, you know, this is so not like me. Yeah. Do you feel like there's something that you're not paying attention to that you should?
Oh, come on.
Or I mean, there's something that, but you're paying attention to it though. You're doing
the reason why I'm saying, oh, come on now is because, you know, for those of you that know my life, I mean, I have had to put one thing first. Sure. And deal with that. So everything that I value and everything that I care for has really been put on the back burner. So that's why I say that's the first thing that came to mind is the spirituality portion of it and the YouTube and the readings. And then everything, every time I start feeling guilty about it, then all these people come out of the woodwork going, hey, I'd like a reading. So,
and then, well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to, my ears ringing before I say this next thing. I feel like there's something about the fact that the animals changed.
Yeah.
When you went to that second stage, it made me feel like you've neglected this part so much that now it's all different. It's not even familiar to you anymore. So you're playing catch up.
I would really say I resonate with that, you know, so it's like everybody that like all my players in my life have changed. And so it really is, yeah, I could see where that would go. I mean, the people that I used to talk to and, you know, there's no real consistency, if that makes sense. So,
do you feel like everything's kind of passing you by?
Yeah, 100%.
What are you getting, Debbie?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. You know, but they want to encourage you within the stream, and they have to make it so brutal in your dream to get your attention. You know what I mean? But they want you to connect in. That's where you are at your best.
Yeah.
And they want you to take the time. And it's not something that it's not a burden. It actually is you're part of you and you're connected into. They want you just to breathe. This is absolutely your harmony. This is you. This is where you will find the harmony is doing this. It might feel overwhelming because you have this other thing.
Yeah.
You have the other responsibilities.
Yeah.
But this is your true self. And so whatever you put your energy towards is where, that movement will happen. But they're encouraging you to put that
Well,
energy towards what you want. So you have the writer and then intention, moving energy to create positive change.
those are beautiful cards, by the way. I keep seeing them
Thank
every
you.
time I read. I love them.
Thank you.
As you were talking, I'm listening to Healing Medium say orangutan medicine is the reminder of balance and struggle with strength and gentleness. And I would say, yeah,
For sure.
And the birds are communication. Okay.
yes.
And did I put that away? I had it right here. Jeez. I started to put the cards away and I hadn't even shown you all the cards, but I have the birds right here. And that was the first card out, was the communication, the birds, and bringing that piece in. And yeah. Oh.
Well, and I would also say, when you said the change in the communication, the communication itself has changed also. The language is coming out way more intense than it ever has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I have two cards for you, and one might go along with you saying the language has changed. I got no regrets and use the gift of all your senses.
Ooh, see, no regrets. No regrets. Just step back in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Hugging you.
Thanks. I also want to show you something because,
Oh, you got the broke bitch. The broke bitch. Tarot.
I had to do it,
Yeah.
Especially when they're like temperance. Oh, like I know what that means.
Oh, that's right. Because now you can learn tarot.
I can learn. Yes.
So if Debbie shouts out 3 of Cups, you can be like, oh.
It'd be like,
What?
For those of you guys who are just meeting Karen, she reads intuitively, and all cards. If she has cards, she just reads them intuitively. So we always tease her about the tarot.
yeah, because she always goes, well, 3 cups, and I'm always going, no, I don't know what that is.
Okay. All right. Mimi, finally, we're getting to your, and she's a beautiful, awesome, incredible reader. Yes. Thank you, Constance. Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks, guys. I miss
Will DeSantis, and DeSantis is the governor of Florida, just in case.
Okay.
Get off the state's surplus money to help the people of Florida after Ian. So he's sitting on that surplus money. Will he finally get his ass off of it and help the people of Florida? There's a lot of pressure on him to do so. So,
I mean, yeah, and my pendulum is rocking it over here, but it's rocking it on a maybe.
You know what? It's really weird because for those of you that don't know, my main thing is scry. So I just zone out in places. And I usually do not do political. But what I'm seeing is him literally sitting on this chair like you would see a king or a queen sit on. Underneath it, there's a bunch of money. And he kind of takes his foot on the top of the money and just slides some of it over. But it won't be, it'll be a schmidgen of what there really is. And it almost feels like he's going to portray it as if, we're depleting our money. Yeah. But that's not even true.
No, because it's another grifting.
That makes sense. The grift is real, right?
The grift. So he'll do his show just like I got the same thing, Karen. I got a different vision, but same idea. that it's going to be in part to give that show.
Yeah.
But that you said that he would be doing that kind of like, this is what we have, we're to grift more in.
Sure.
So he's being sneaky about it, and only a little bit. So you have the fox and the mice coming in there in regards to him. But he'll make movement to help out. But again, he's being tricky with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles. And I think that's really him. That's the isolation of just a little bit of it, and then surrounding it with something that's a little bit of something else, like what you guys are saying there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
this wasn't a political reading, Karen, so you're okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this is not a political reading.
I decided when you guys were doing that to pull a card. And so when these are like really what comes to you. And if you look, she's holding on to all of this bowl, but her hands aren't going into it. She's not handing it, and that's where I see it. I've got all this, but I'm not really going to share. I'm holding this. I'm kind of taking this. So yeah, I don't see him really, like I say, he's going to play the part and he's going to dance the dance, but it's not going to be as much as he could really do.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. Back to the dice, guys. Back to the dice. Ready. I know what Karen wants to read. So ET or this one is political. So ET or political?
Oh, I don't care. I'll have fun. I mean, and like I say, things have changed for me.
Good. All right.
You guys were talking and I was walking the dog. It was like I was picking on political too. And usually they've always been like, no. But yeah.
Yeah, and I even said that. I was like, oh, her guides are like, no, we're not doing this, but no.
Okay, you let me know, Lisa.
Susan said political.
All right. Political it is. All right. We'll take the first one up here. I don't know if that's political, but
well, I mean, we don't care what 45 is. 45 is not in the equation on that, I wouldn't think. Right?
Will 45 actually try to negotiate with Putin to end the war, or just say he did? So is he trying to be all taking credit for, like, you can just see him taking credit for ending the war?
Well, he takes credit for everything, but
that, this question literally made me physically ill.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm angry. Yeah. My attitude just shifted.
And it's not, Giselle, it's not against you. It's this whole, the energy surrounding these two people.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's like enough already.
Okay. Will he or will he?
I like the way you put that because, it really is enough already. Like, I don't think there's going to be that much power to it. I think that people, it's like watching somebody talk and the wind just blowing over. The words don't get carried with it, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So it's like watching someone speak and this really hard wind just kind of go over, and it doesn't really matter if he claims it. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, no. It means nothing. It will mean nothing. If he tries anything, it will mean nothing. I have the rider, fox, and the mice. Even if he tries to say anything one way or the other, it will mean nothing. Because he's all caught up in the tower. He's all caught up in a bunch of, he's being controlled.
I got the 10 of Swords. meaning that, complete defeat and irrelevance and all of that. And I got the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot. And should he do that? Should he step forward and say anything like that? It's just to move toward a direction that's going to make him look better. Because I think his Two of Pentacles is like his path of whether he gets out of all this garbage or he gets convicted for some garbage. And I think it would be a bold move, but nobody's going to pay attention to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whew, let that go. Ugh.
Woo, sage, something. Set something on fire.
Okay. This ET really keeps coming out. ET or a cultural question.
Do we just need to can we break the rules and just say ET and get it out of the way?
I'm waiting. That is breaking the rules.
Let's break those rules.
It's up to the family here.
Who's here?
Right?
I know.
In honor of.
There we go.
Earth Mommy said ET.
Earth Mommy says Earth Mommy. I just called her Earth Mommy.
Earth Mommy. Oh, that's cute.
Earth Mommy.
All right, let's do ET.
They're real.
Oh, they're real. We know that. Okay. Now I have to find an ET question. All right, you guys. How come there's no ET questions here?
Right?
Someone write in an ET question. Usually we are packed full.
I know. Lawyer has one.
Okay.
And I just starred.
Okay.
That one.
Oh, that was why you said ETs are real.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm glad to talk about it with Karen, especially with Karen here. Starseed Awakening 1111.
So personal. I mean, like.
Chris said she sent one a while ago too. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, there's two. I mean, I'm literally watching a teeter-totter, which basically, which way are we going here? Personally, and then what we know. Okay, so there really is a cover-up about ETs. We've been doing this for a long time. They've been around us for a long time. If you look at our DNA, it's really funny because I'm going to not look at questions over here because it's going to throw me off. So when you're looking at our DNA, it's not really junk. Okay. So what they're telling me is, it depends on your belief system. I mean, the reason why we were called into reptilian brain, so I'm watching these guys say that, they did help us evolve. There is that missing link. There is that jump. They keep saying jump. If you look at some of, I'm pretty controversy. I just want you to know that, but there really is that.
You do you, boo.
Huh?
You do you, boo.
Yeah. It's like watching, it's like watching a picture and so fast forward about, how many times they've got here, how many times they've given us stuff, how many times they've done to help us go a different way. Like telling, they're literally showing me, and this created a lot of issue last time I said that, but I'm going to stand by what I said. They do have the power to mess with our nuclear wars and nuclear bombs and stuff like that. What happens here affects them as well. So there's that. I mean, we've got years and years of the government. They literally show me of the government sweeping it under the rug, acting like nothing exists. And you have tons of people that have been abducted, and it's coming out, and it's being said that this is the the only way, the more of us that speak about our experience,
It's 11:11 right now.
woot, woot. So the more of us that speak about our experiences, the more we're going to really start opening up and kind of understanding that, we're bigger than the government, I guess you could say. Now personally, me in particular, I did never put too much, it's something that I don't know. This is before 2020, my attitude was, I don't think we're the only ones out there, but if we are, great. Or, hopefully they'd come in peace, kind of. It's not something I would see or even think or hear about. And I remember before my 50th birthday, I'm echoing.
Wow.
My 50th birthday, I literally would have a dream. And I told Debbie about it. I had a dream every night where I was like, oh, I'm back. And then it would happen again. Oh, I'm back. And one day it literally, I was making my call. Well, one night I told myself, hurry, listen, or write it down. And I wrote whatever I couldn't remember. I was making my coffee. Then next thing you know, I'm started speaking this language that, and I remembered I had the dream. I remembered me writing something down. I ran upstairs, looked at the thing, and then I literally wrote intergalactic healing mode learned on ship. And the vivid memories started coming back, and I called Debbie and said, I think I'm going crazy. And so Debbie kind of helped me through that. But now it really is, since that time, I see things differently, just like we were talking about earlier. I see things differently. I'm pretty open to stuff. Things make more sense. Things that would never even cross my mind, because that's just not in my wheelhouse. I've now become such a strong belief that I just can't help it. So yeah, I totally believe it. I totally believe they're out. Sherry said she witnessed the lights over Phoenix, which is awesome. I think we really do have, they're showing me that, they're here. They are here in physical form. And, like when Sherry said that and I read that, it really is, yes, on that question, past lives in ET, they really are here. It's just, I think sometimes we're so caught up in life and this really hard, slow, weighing down energy that we really don't get to see it, I guess. I mean, there's times when I say my spiritual eyes. There's times when I look outside and see my spiritual eyes, and it looks totally different than me, or than what it is right now. So, it's just very odd. I mean, if you work for it, you can actually see it. So
yeah, absolutely. And you answered the question, so I'm not going to dive into that. But I do just want to reiterate that they're waiting until we can even just love each other and have that foundation of accepting each other. And Lisa and I talk about this every week. When this happens, when this takes place, when we're just a little bit more solid in that and accepting, and we're able to ebb and flow with them, with that Six of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. That celebrate coming together, like-minded. We will live together. And you can see your Miss card, and I love it. That combo family, right?
And it looks like you got a little hybrid thing.
Hybrid family going on there.
Yeah.
And that's the Ten of Cups, and that is fulfillment, and things are fulfilled. And they will help guide us. They've been waiting, and they will come and help guide us. But just waiting for this to happen.
Yeah, Marie, I'll be on Dr. Gail's show on the 6th. So, yeah, you really mentioned something. I mean, I think the space that I'm in right now is, I can look at someone and, I think as humans, we're all judgmental. Okay. So I'm in Massachusetts. I don't understand. Sorry. I just don't understand how this state works. So, but I can look at someone and go, look at this dude. He's an alcoholic there. He just gets paid every month from the state because he has this. I could choose to do it that way, or I could look at it and this is where I go. I correct my thinking and go, I hope whatever lessons he needed to learn this time, he learns. And I can send him love and light. But that's where I choose to be because I don't know why he's like he is. You know, I could go ahead and,
everybody has their own story.
Yeah. I mean, I could be upset and angry because my tax dollars are going up. But what good does that do me? I just try to do right and try to look at people like I don't see people of any color. I just don't. That's just not me. I don't know. I think I've been lucky to be raised with unconditional love all the way around, just unconditional love.
And and acknowledging that we're all here having a human experience one way or the other. Like this is the part we took when we came down here. We're playing this play out, right? And that's just part. We're all connected, and better or for worse. And
I have an out there question.
Okay.
Because ET is really not in my wheelhouse. I have an understanding, kind of, sort of, but it's not my thing. So, okay, here's my question, if I can ask it right. So, Karen.
That's right, Deb.
I love you.
So, okay, here on Earth, we are so divisive. We divide amongst ourselves. You can take one race, and they're dividing themselves up within that race.
Within the race, yep.
Now, ET-wise, it has been understood that they are waiting for us to get our shit together, right? Before they really reveal themselves and all that stuff. Okay. Now, within the ETs, they have their own races as well. Are they more cohesive with each other like that than we are here?
It's really odd. So one of my guides is giving it back to you and throwing a question to you guys in the aspect of, why do you think these young kids are coming in who see no gender, who see no separation?
I'm getting the chills on that. Yeah.
Same.
That's why. Because these kids, and Lisa, you said something earlier about these kids are being built different or something like that. And
they are
right. So what they're showing me is two different races. I see this really tall, blonde, blue-eyed, really tall person. And then I see another race next to them. It's like, we're not all, how do you put this? Come on, give it to me another way. We're not all going to come together in love and light constantly, but we all work and strive for the exact same thing. And they're telling me that we have a misconception. So they're saying the 60s, 50s, 60s, you saw that love and light and speed, or 70s especially. So we worked up to the 70s where it's love and light and free love, and they're going peace and all of this stuff. And now we're sitting here going, we have some people who believe that we're here to learn how to love. You're not here to learn how to love. You know how to love. You're just here to step into that love all the time.
Right. Amen.
I like that.
On the couch.
Yeah.
Right. Go there.
You already know. Throw your ass over there. You already know how to love. It's can you juggle all of these things in life and still stay in the space of love? Okay. So yeah, I would say, Lisa, there are I'm echoing again for some reason. I would say
all that energy over there.
Okay, I would say that yes, there are differences within the species, and they're showing me a bunch of different ones. But we all have the common thing of building a cohesive unit together of love and coming together where even the divisions, we don't let it divide us, you know? And this one right here, it really wants me to say this because someone had mentioned something, are there bad ones? Oh, well, what really constitute bad? Like, is it our perception of how we were raised? I mean, you know, this one's going, you know, we may have came to Earth and dabbled with the DNA, and you may think it's bad, but for us, it was our only way of survival and to continue the survival thing. So is that bad? Because it's great for us, you know? So I think the perception is how you look at things. And the question
for the whole, remember,
exactly,
for the whole,
it's like, are you looking at it for yourself, or are you actually looking at it for the whole? And I have always been controversial in saying sometimes the worst scenario or the person that plays the bad guy could actually be somebody good because it's meant to change us.
And what you just said just reminded me of 45.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
100%. Yeah.
Exactly. I've said it from the very beginning. And that's why I've kind of always kept quiet politically, is because my personal belief is 45 is here to make changes. And it has to be drastic because we as a society do not change anything unless it's really, truly hurting us.
Right. But we still need to feel all that we're feeling.
Yes.
And it's all good. But it's all kind of like, yeah,
It's purposeful.
He chose that hard role. I've talked about it before myself. Yeah. And that, man, I'm just so glad I didn't choose that role for, you know, to be.
No, I would not. Could you
make
imagine?
that huge change? I couldn't do it. You know, I could never.
Like existing role. I'm good.
I could have never held in so long to be such an ass.
No, but that in his soul, and it, you know, when I, you know,
yeah.
I hate to go this way because I always get, you know, people get angry when I say this, but as a soul person, you know, he knows what he's doing, but even his soul sometimes is like, oh my God, can you just shut up? Can you just stop? Mm-hmm. Even his soul is screaming that, but we have to have this weird jerk in order to make the changes.
The change. We had to be pushed into it. We had to get a tower because we weren't making the changes on our own.
Just like 2020.
Huge wake-up call.
Yeah.
You know, 2020 was a huge wake-up call all the way around the world. Yeah. Just imagine what you were doing back then. Imagine what life changes you made. You can't tell me that, you know, I mean, it was huge, huge. So yeah. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Hopefully I answered that, Lisa.
I love it when you're on your soapbox.
Yeah, we loved it. The whole family here did. Yeah. All right. Current or ET, guys? Current or ET? And I'll get here ready to go on a current or an ET.
And I don't even watch the news, so this is going to be good.
Yeah, we don't either.
And thank you for answering my question, because that was kind of a big question.
We don't really watch the news either. This is where we get the news, is when we do these.
Exactly.
Now, Tina jumped in and said current.
All right. Current it is.
Oh, I do want to say, so I posted this on my Facebook page. So if someone came in that's new, if you could please subscribe to Debbie's channel. And yeah, Constance, I'm sure somebody has my YouTube channel.
And subscribe to my channel.
Oh, and Lisa's too. Sorry, Lisa.
I have a channel too, guys.
Lisa Foster is putting in the channels. She's putting it in.
You know, sometimes, you know, the train
it's okay. It's all good. I'm learning to speak up more, so it doesn't matter.
There you
There,
go.
Deb Z got it. Deb Z got it done.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. What? Earth Mommy.
Oh, Earth Mommy.
Earth Mommy's question. What the hell happened with Ginny Thomas on the Hill? So Ginny Thomas is married to Clarence, the Supreme Court Justice, and she went to the January 6th committee, which is investigating the January 6th deal, and so with her involvement. So she's asking, in a nutshell, and I love that Karen's here because we're getting someone who has no investment whatsoever, and we'll give
It's
more
refreshing. It's a refreshing point of view.
She feels like she still feels like the election was stolen, even though no one, even the GOP anymore, says that, but she still feels that way. And so and she gave money, she gave buses and money in regards to getting people to the insurrection. So that's just a nutshell of her.
I just feel like you guys are speaking Greek up here, and
I know.
I'm like, okay, I don't even understand what you're saying, but yeah, I do get a picture of her though.
Okay.
I don't know what this is about, and so, like I said, guys, I have no idea about politics. I don't watch it at all, but I almost feel like she's doing this. There's an agenda way over there. And so I'm lighting a fire here, and I'm going to jump on any soapbox because she literally is jumping on one and then she gets off and then she jumps. And like, I'm trying to make this fire bigger. Oh, yeah. It's like I'm trying to make this fire bigger. So whatever that is, she's trying to, and I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's her. I don't know if it's her spouse or whatever. It's what, Lisa?
I'm just laughing. Everything you're saying
It's
is
100%. It's 100%.
Okay, good. Because
You're talking about the fire. I've got smoke here.
Yeah, it's like she's trying to cause a fire because ultimately, it would be like somebody running for somebody or somebody doing something. So she's really trying to cause a soapbox right now and get the right soapbox so that later on she could use that as a tool to say, see, I was the only one that was jumping on the soapbox. Look at the truth that I brought to you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I love that. Well, since I already showed two of the cards, I'll show the rest of them. I think that there's a lot of this that's, I don't know. Prior to this, I never paid attention to her. I just knew about Clarence. So I don't know what she has done in her world independently prior to Jan 6. But there's something about her where she is really, I got the Explorer and I got the Unicorn. You know, has she always felt like she's kind of been in the shadow of hubby and she's seeing this as her opportunity to be in the spotlight and to be in the news. And even if it's controversial, she doesn't care. It's at least somebody's paying attention to her. And I'm wondering if that's some of it too. And then I got Sprout and Devotee. So I just think that she's really trying to, I think she's aware of the fact that she kind of has a following, if that makes any sense. And she's really interested in maintaining that any way she can. Because I think she thinks there's strength in numbers and that she can get out of whatever this is, should she have enough support. But I totally agree with you. And that smoke totally doubles as smoke and mirrors. I say cloak and dagger when I hold this up a lot of the time. I think there is kind of something else. There's an undercurrent to what we are seeing with this. There's something else with her.
Well, it's funny that when you said undercurrent, because literally before you said that, she literally is stoking the fire and blowing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really, so it just feels like she's really, there's an alternative here.
Yeah,
Really
for sure. For
Mm-hmm.
sure.
And then my guides are so funny. They put Clarence Carter song in my head.
Oh, that's her husband's name.
Oh, is it?
Clarence.
Clarence
Thomas.
Right. That's probably why it's like I'm singing Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit.
So I wonder if there's something happening, and she's maybe that's a part of the link to all this. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Melissa said she's used to being dismissed as a dingbat, and now she feels like everybody wants her.
Well, I can tell you that her motive here, in regards to what was going on here, she wanted to connect. She wanted to get stuff on record. She wanted this to go on record, and she wanted to get ahead of something. She thinks she's in the right. She really does. She thinks she's in the right here. But other people were like, you need to get ahead of this. So she wanted to be in charge of her narrative because other people are saying, this is kind of a coffin for you. So she wanted to get ahead of that, and that's kind of where that was going. She wanted to get it all on record. But oof.
Oh no! What? We lost our girl.
Oh, she left. Oh, disconnected.
Yeah.
She'll come back. You scared me. I'm like, what? I'm like reading, and the first thing I see is Seanna Harris.
Here, I'll pull her up.
Actually, I was trying to mute my microphone. I did it the wrong way because you're going to hear really big bang. So it's starting to get. We had our window door open, and now it's starting to get really cold. So I'm like, you can shut that.
Oh, so it's shedding. Okay. Tony was asking right when you said that. I look over and I see Kamala Harris. I'm like, what happened? And so, but anyway, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
She misspoke. She meant to say South Korea, right? Not North Korea. It's just, I think it's a misspeak. Obviously, it was a gaffe. But I don't think anything's happening. I think it was just, it's just like what I do on a daily.
And
on a daily.
Are you guys hearing stuff over here? Because he does have power tools happening.
Oh, did he start the saw and the drills? And I don't hear anything.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, and I got the window up. I can shut the window.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Very good.
All right. We're going to do another roll. This is fun. Here we go, guys. Freudian stuff. Interesting. Oh, well.
Politics?
I mean, there's not even a choice this time. Political or politics? Which one? All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose. Here we go.
All right, Just Jean. Thank you. She does not hear power tools. Okay.
I hear dogs.
Someone drinking.
Yes.
The dogs are drinking.
Like I hear the puppy drinking.
That is the puppy, and he is 4 months old now. And the last time he came to us when he was 11 pounds, and now he's something. What was it, like 38 pounds now? And he's just humongous. I think he's going to be bigger than Atticus.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
His paws are huge. So yeah, he's
Atticus, baby boy.
I always say he's Joe's dog now. So
Trick. Okay. So we're just going to do just a check-in on Mr. Putin from the cards are just flying on out of here. Because, he has the cancer. Everybody said he was really, really sick and all this stuff. And then now I guess every time they video him, he looks so healthy. So what's going on with that?
Sherry, he's a Cane Corso. As soon as you said Putin, I'll sorry guys, I'm going to be a little vulgar. All I just saw was really humongous balls. Like he just really,
He tries to overcompensate.
yes, hugely.
Yeah.
Like I really think that he really believes. I mean, I just see this big old huge hand trying to reach out. Good. You know, like reach out and be where he's not supposed to be meddling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stir cards and see what's going on overall with that energy. But yeah, he just macho man, Napoleon complex is what Tony's saying.
yeah, I would agree with Lisa. Filtered lenses. I mean, it just I'm not seeing him looking that good. Like I'm seeing somebody pale.
Yeah, that's what I always see him pale. I see him always a tad sweaty, that sweaty pale thing going on.
Do they know where the cancer is? Have they said? Because they keep. I know it's really weird. I keep seeing, you know, I keep seeing the yellow. So when I see highlighted yellow, that means he's sick. But they keep bringing me to testicular. They keep bringing me down there.
Interesting.
I keep going down there. So
okay. Yeah, I don't know that we've ever been told exactly, but I'm not sure.
You know, prostate, testicular. I mean, it's focused right in that area.
Okay, so all the way that my guides took us here is kind of like we're gonna soon find out. They didn't really go. Lisa's okay. So we have several different there's liver, colon, prostate, colon, liver. Everybody's throwing in some possibilities here, but so yeah, they're just showing me kind of the connection between he and 45, and that's coming out soon. That we'll know, and I do have like soon we'll have an understanding of the connection and the contract between he and 45. And so we will be seeing that. They didn't talk to me about his health, which is interesting. I do, however, see him with that pale, sticky, cold skin. Is all they're showing me with that.
Mm-hmm. You know, I picked 3 cards just because I was thinking of the whole situation, the whole, you know, just there's not so much him, but just all I can say is I just kept thinking the whole situation. And all 3 of them heal. The healing begins in releasing. So, you know, this is going to be, you know, we're going to be able to heal from this. We're going to be able to release. And, you know, I just keep seeing retracting, you know, pulling back or something. I don't, like I said, it makes it hard when I don't know the situation, but pulling back and we're going to start healing from this.
Yeah. And soon, I think in regards to, even with Ukraine and everything, you're seeing a swift end to that very soon.
Yeah.
And stepping into that transformation. So that's what I'm seeing with this. All right. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to go into the prayer requests and then link in. Have you been with us, Karen, or at least been in the chat when we've done this at all?
Sometimes.
Okay,
But
so
I'm always doing. Usually, I'm like
you're
busy.
you're busy and doing stuff at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I believe so too, Chris. He wears a lot of makeup. You can tell that if he's on camera at all. Okay, so if you have, thank you. Jamie's already started the prayer requests. If you have prayer requests, go ahead and put them in. We'll star them and we're going to go through. And then we kind of do a visualization and link in, Karen, and bring these prayer requests to source and hand them in. But I thank everyone for hanging out with us today. And Karen, thanks for hanging out and coming on. That was fun.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And okay, William put a thank you. Let's find William's. So, oh, good. Here comes Lisa. How's your husband?
Hubby.
Hubby.
He's doing great.
Okay.
He's just now leaving. He's leaving. He was giving me a summary of what he has done and what he wants to do tomorrow, and he was telling me, of course, what I need to do. So,
Okay. All right.
Typical hubby moment.
Give me a to-do list.
Okay.
Right.
So people are saying they put their prayer in, and I don't see them all. So
I did start some prayers early in.
Oh, you did. Okay.
But there's so many other questions you probably just don't. Because
There was
there
a
are
lot of good,
million
lot of
star
fun questions. Yeah.
I can try to find them.
Kevin says, "Which hubby?"
Oh, okay. I got Chris's. Okay.
Oh, which hubby?
Yeah. Which
Right.
one?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
These aren't real hubbies, guys. These are retired gentlemen that live here, and they knew my father, and they've really taken it upon themselves to really try to help me out with getting a lot of the fix-it stuff going on where I've moved to, my childhood home here, where I am now. So I've nicknamed them the hubbies, but they know that. So I'm going to slip up one day and accidentally call one of them hubby one day, I think. I need to be careful. But they're very sweet. They're very sweet.
Okay. All
Chris
right.
said yes.
Here's Chris's. So Chris is asking prayer for her brother, and okay, and Tony bringing in prayers for the war ending. I'm trying not to miss any. Oh, here we go. Seattle roller derby fan. Love that. Love that. Safety. Prayer for safety on her trip. Prayer for Joe. Unspoken. More unspoken prayers from Lisa. And prayer request for Susan for her brother. Okay. And yeah, absolutely. For our sisters in Iran. Okay.
Tony has one too.
Heartbroken. Okay, Ellen. All right. Okay, Tony, prayers for ill and the suffering from disease and hunger and consequences of war. Yes. And then, okay. Angela, you're feeling the shift, huh?
Yeah. That's intense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so for all the unspoken as well, and even if you continue to write them in, they will be starred because I do come back to them in the week as well. And yes, and for all those who are supporting the women in those countries, in the Muslim countries. Yes. And so, oh, good. Okay. So I do have my scarf right here. I didn't put it on, but I have it. So even if you just have a scarf, that's fine too. Like you can wear it. You can even put a little one around your wrist if it's too hot where you live and you can't, and you don't. So, and I suffer so much because of hot flashes. It's just like, so I carry my scarf. So I have it right here. All right. Thank you for doing that, Chris. We're talking about that. All right. Okay, so let's link in, everyone. Go ahead and link in arms, and we're all together. And I always say this, but this is one of my favorite parts because I can see everyone. And it's just so much love in this circle. And so much power in this love. And as we step together and in the middle with Source's light and love coming down between us all, it's so immense and so powerful. And just coming together and with all the prayers that came in and all the unspoken prayers, whether in the chat or in those who are just watching. And we come together and I always put my hand right in to the light, surrendering all the prayers, releasing them to Source. Stepping back into the linking in, and acknowledging that we can come back here at any time, all week long. You just come back into the link whenever you need to link into this love. And so it is. Aho.
That's always so powerful when we do that. I love that.
Whew, I always am really dizzy after that.
I was just going to say, it's like, whoa, my eyeballs.
Together we are powerful, yes. Blessings to everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And just remember, if you want to order cards, because here you go. Again, I just need to sell enough to cover.
Commercial break.
Yeah, commercial break. And I'm going to check here, and please remember to subscribe. And thank you, Lisa, Foster, for putting all those in, and everybody else who also, all the other moderators who participated in putting those in. I'm going here, and yeah, I'm 19 now away. It looks like I gained 11 subscribers today, so I like that number. But let's put it up on over that 8,000. Once I get over 8,000, I'll do that free reading. And so if you put in after this is aired, put in the comment section that you would love a reading. I'll put you in the lottery thingy. And once I get to that 8,000, I will contact you and let you know. All right.
And if you guys want to wind down later, I'm on at 5.
Head over to Lisa's Wind Down Later.
Intuitive Tarot.
And I'm on in an hour with Gen XYZ, the experiment. You want to come out and see what's happening there today. Yeah. You just never know. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And Karen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And when are you going on with?
So I'm going on with Dr. Gail on her channel on the 6th. And I was thinking about maybe going on later tonight, but I don't know. I don't know.
You should. You noticed how the chat had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
For you.
And
So
it's, I mean, I think it's different when you're by yourself on your channel doing questions. It's too hard to connect and to read and to do all that. So it's like, yeah, I'll be coming on now that by the way, I got the job change. So when, because of the job change, I'll be starting up readings and doing my YouTube. So yeah.
Yay. Welcome back.
Yes.
You're loved and missed.
We love you.
I love you guys too.
Jamie, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Enjoy your class.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right, guys. We will see you all next time. Love and light. Blessings.